You're listening to a piece of metal on Slam Internet Radio.
Hola.
You're an
Am I
idiot.
on? Perfect. Just heard Bull for My Valentine, Your Betrayal, Cryptopsy, Resurgence of an Empire, Wretched, A Perseverance of Immortality, Cradle of Filth, Gilded Cunt, Coolest Word Ever, Cunt, Dark Tranquility, Lost to Apathy. I'm your host, Luke O'Blaze, a.k.a. Jimmy Chongo Lips. I'm here with Morgan Danielle, a.k.a. Fish Tacos. We're here in the studio with JP from Deadmanswake.
Idiot.
What's up?
Thanks for coming out on short notice, dude.
No problem. Sorry I was late. My job is stupid.
Yeah, you want to talk about it?
No.
Need some
Perfect.
therapy?
I don't want to talk about it.
So what's going on, Deadmanswake? You guys got some big shows coming up.
We do. We have some pretty cool stuff coming up. This Thursday, we're going to be at the Underground Lounge, being direct support for Brand New Sin, which is kind of cool. And that was actually, do you want to talk about last minute? Actually, James Lenfield from the band Beatallica. If you've never heard of Beatallica,
Nice.
You need to make that happen. They're amazing. Anyway, we've kind of become friends with them, mostly thanks to Troll and his fascination with beer. We've kind of become tight with them, and I guess he's buddies with the guys in Brand New Sin, and their opener for this show dropped out last minute, and they asked him, hey, any good Chicago bands that might be able to fill in on short notice, and he thought of us, and we made it happen, and it's going to be really cool. It's when I say direct support, I mean it's like some acoustic duo is opening, and then it's us, and then it's Brand New Sin. So
How does an acoustic duo play before Brand New Sin?
I don't know how that's going to work, but
That's not gonna work at all.
maybe they're really cool. I mean, who knows? And then Saturday we're playing down at Mojo's in Joliet with Scale the Summit 3 and Cynic. And so that's kind of a good one.
I
And we're-
always see Scale of Summit.
When was
We're-
that? Saturday?
That's
This
Saturday
Saturday?
the 12th. Yeah. That's
How
coming
much are you guys selling those tickets for?
up. They are $15.
It's not bad.
And if you need them, we still have some left. And I will personally deliver them to your house.
You heard it.
Delivery
I am-
service.
That's a guarantee.
I will show up at your house or at your place of business or whatever.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So how long have you guys been Deadmanswake?
Oh my God.
And where is everyone?
Everybody.
It's just JP.
Yeah, right. It's just me. Brandon, our drummer, Brandon Chabelle, has work and school stuff that he
And
can't.
lives out in Joliet, right?
Yeah, and he lives 1,000
Yeah.
miles away from here. Except for the show on Saturday is going to be really easy for him because I think he's literally like 2 blocks away from the venue.
Nice.
But yeah, he has work and school stuff so that he has to get up super early in the morning and stuff. Troll, bass player, same deal, work.
Is that the name his mother gave him?
No, his real name is...
Oh, little baby troll.
Well, if you saw him. No, Troll's awesome. No, honestly, I don't know how he got that nickname. I know he's had it for a really long time. I think he said he's had it like since high school. Probably, I think he got it because in high school he by his, and this is his words, not mine. He looked like a troll, like his hair was always in his face, and he was always just like looked really angry. So he kind of looks like that now. He always looks angry, and his hair is in his face. But that's how it got it in high school, and it just stuck. Josh, I actually don't know what happened to Josh. He told me that he would get back to me, and he never did.
Josh, where
So,
are you?
Josh
Lost
is-
in
yeah.
action.
But I'm pretty sure he has. I'm pretty sure he has to get up super early for work in the morning too. So, and then Chrissy's at home, unfortunately being sick and resting and recuperating for our shows coming up. And I was the only one able to make it out here on short notice.
Well,
so,
you're here.
yay.
That's what matters.
Awesome.
And I'm clearly the most important version of the band anyway. I mean,
Thanks for the support, the rest of the band members.
Right. No. To answer your question, I think if I remember right, we played our first show as Deadmanswake. By we, I mean me and 3 completely different people. Played our first show as Deadmanswake in Kenosha in June of 2005. And like literally until 2 weeks before that show, we had gone by the name Encircled. But somebody else, we looked it up on that, I don't remember what the name, the big online band name database thing. We looked it up and somebody else had claim to it, so we came up with something else. It was actually our former bassist suggested it.
2005.
That's a long time. That's
How many-
6
what- how
years.
many-
6.
How many songs you guys have written? How many CDs have you released?
We don't.
We have 7 songs.
What? What ended up happening, honestly, is there've been so many lineup changes. Just a lot of had a lot of people who were in it for maybe thought they were going to be serious about it and ended up not being able to. And that was the case with our former bassist Perry, who was at one point our drummer. He's got a wife and kid. He can't do the show thing. He can't really commit to it. Our drummer, like 2 drummers ago, ended up just really felt like he didn't want to be in a band that was trying to get signed and go on the road. He just kind of wanted to play locally, and that's cool. More power to him. Former guitarist split, basically creative differences and kind of attitude differences. Just like he wanted just to go one way, and we wanted to go a different way. And he also wasn't super thrilled with having a female vocalist, which is the joke's on him because we're a way better band with her now anyway.
Did you guys start off with a female vocalist?
No. The very, very, very original vocalist of the band is he does radio stuff too. He goes by the name of One Twisted Pirate. Billy is his name.
Nice.
William J. Lindsay III. He was a very, very original singer when I initially joined the band, and then he moved out of state. So, for lack of anybody else to do the job, I took over. And that lasted about until I heard the first recordings of us with me as the singer and went, "Oh, that's a bad idea."
Do you have those? Can we play them?
No,
I want to
absolutely
hear
not.
this, JP.
Some of them exist somewhere. I couldn't tell you where.
I think we need to find them.
I
And you
don't-
need to send them
I-
to me, and I could be like,
I
"Here's Deadmanswake with JP."
Don't think we do. Yeah, the new single, exactly. So yeah, I did it for like a really, really short time.
How'd you end up finding Chrissy?
Chrissy was we'd had a singer. Actually, if anybody who ever watched the show Daisy of Love, if you remember Chi-Chi, yeah, agreed.
Chi-Chi?
Chi-Chi was the singer of
The
Deadmanswake
ugly
for
guy
a
that
little
looked
while.
like a fox?
That guy
I
tried out
guess.
for my band a long time ago.
Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
Do you really? What was your
Oh
band?
my
I don't
god.
want to talk about it. We sucked. He came in for like
okay.
two practices, and he was just like, "Oh, we could start shooting music videos and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, this guy's kind of a tool." And,
Oh my god,
yeah.
that's so weird. I heard he lives in Lombard.
He does live in Lombard. I don't know if it's
Ew.
Lombard or Villa Park. He lives
Chi-Chi.
with. I know he lives with a couple of the guys from Dope, or at least one of the guys from
No,
Dope.
I
He's
thought
tight with
Dope
those.
moved. Dope lives in New York now.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
That's
don't
what I
know.
heard. They
I
moved
think-
to New York because of their label and shit.
No, because Edsel still lives out here. I know.
Maybe Virus does.
Maybe I don't know.
'Cause
My
he
buddy,
used
my
to
buddy,
do lessons at Perry's.
my buddy Tomek, who I don't know if he still works at Guitar Center. He did work at Guitar Center for like 100 years. He has a recording studio, and for a while there, he was the only person who was allowed to record Dope or something like that. He's tight with Edsel and stuff. Anyway, long story short, Chi-Chi was the singer. He called himself Brandon at the time.
His real name.
His actual name, yeah. And
Chi-Chi come
he's
about?
just not the guy we were looking for.
You know what's funny is I didn't even know that he had tried out. He tried out for the band like way before he went on the show, and then someone was like,
Oh, yeah, way
Hey, did you know that guy tried out for a band? Like after like we had already broken up and everything. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah,
That show.
whatever the show was. And I'm like, I don't
Daisy
even know
of
what that
Love.
is because I don't fucking
Daisy
watch
of Leaf. Yeah, I don't watch
the
that
garbage.
kind
But
of
I'm like, what is this show? He's like,
Daisy of Love.
It was
It was
Rock
pretty
of
funny,
Love,
Yeah.
and it was like
she
the
lost
yeah,
because
Daisy
she
spun,
wasn't
yeah.
good enough for Bret Michaels.
but it was
Which
funny. They
that's saying something for a guy
Well,
who.
because she's a whore.
Well, for a guy who has weave in his bandana
Yeah.
because he's
Whore.
afraid of being bald. I mean,
Yeah.
he does. I wonder what he looks
he
like
does.
without that bandana on.
I don't know.
Fuck that guy.
agreed. So I was gonna ask you guys about if there was like FCC stuff and we weren't.
No,
allowed to
no,
say
you're allowed to
swears.
say
I
fuck.
guess so.
Luco said cunt already.
I
so
know
I mean,
that
it's
was
all
that
been
kind of
broken.
answered my question.
Cunt is
That's
the
good.
greatest
I
word
won't-
ever.
I won't try to watch myself then.
Hi, mom. Cunt.
I want to point out we have a new intern working our board tonight. Shout out to Dave.
Hi, Dave. Don't fuck
Hey,
up,
Dave.
or we'll clip your nuts.
He can't help but laugh at Luco's antics. But anyway, we didn't get the full story though. How did Chrissy
It's
become part of the band?
Well, okay, yeah. Chi-Chi was definitely not what we were looking for.
Douche.
He's okay. He's okay if he's screaming. Like he kind of has a little bit of
Isn't
like
he,
a
like tone deaf kind of. I remember
when
him
he's
kinda-
actually singing. Yes, pretty much.
I remember him kind of being tone deaf.
And there were all kinds of excuses as to why he was tone deaf.
Oh
and
man, my balls hurt today.
he he started taking vocal lessons and
Didn't help him.
yeah, it was bad news. So anyway, we let him go, and he had a really bad attitude about being tone deaf too. Like we'd say stuff like, "Hey, maybe you should try to sing right," and he'd get all nasty about it. So eventually, we just said that was enough, and we had auditioned a couple people, and how was? Oh yeah, my ex used to shop at Torrid in Yorktown Mall, and so I kind of knew the manager.
Lawnmower company.
What?
Yes. Not Toro.
Torrid.
Torrid. Is that the plus
Yes.
size woman? Nice.
And he. Wow.
He, my girlfriend.
She. I knew the manager from Torrid, and she was friends with Chrissy, and I was talking to her about, yeah, we're looking for a singer, blah blah. And she's like, well, do you care if it's a girl? I said, no, I'm just looking for the right person. Doesn't matter who it is. So she introduced me to Chrissy. Chrissy listened to what we had up on our MySpace at the time, and went on from there. She tried out, knocked it out of the park, and that was the end of it. And like I said before, a couple of people who were in the band were not thrilled about that idea, and well, they're not in the band anymore. So
So what would you say your guys' influences are sound-wise?
that's a complicated question, depending on who you ask.
It's all right. You can tell us.
When for me, I guess I never planned for it this way, but I guess I'm kind of the main music writer in the band. I mean, everybody throws their 2 cents, and everybody has a say over what the songs sound like. But I guess most of the riffs start with me. And I mean, my favorite band of all time is Iron Maiden. It has been for ages and ages and ages. So I guess if I had to pin it down to one band, it would probably be them. But there's also a lot of I don't know if it really comes through, but there's a lot of, I'm a big In Flames fan too. So in terms of like chord phrasings and stuff like that, I'm a big fan of that. King's X is another really big influence on me. Especially they were one of the early bands that introduced me to drop tuning, and because they do almost everything in drop D. So I really liked what you can do with chords in that tuning, and so I guess those three are probably my personal biggest ones. There's 100 others, but.
What about the other members?
Well, Chrissy and I are both one of the things we bonded over early on was Alkaline Trio. We're both huge Trio fans. I know her vocally, one of her big influences, believe it or not, is Kelly Clarkson.
Oh my
who,
God.
I have to agree. I mean,
She's got some pipes.
The girl can
I will
sing.
give her
you know,
that.
I mean, whether you're a fan of her music or not, the girl's got a
One
huge
CD,
voice.
one, and I don't listen to it.
One too many.
As Chrissy herself would say, without Kelly Clarkson, there would be no Chrissy. At least not the way she sings. So, thanks Kelly for that. I don't know. Josh is really also big into Maiden. Big Metallica fan. I think he was in a Metallica tribute band before he joined us. That was his last band. Big Pink Floyd fan for him. Troll's really into all kinds of different stuff. Lots of death metal. Lots of jazz stuff. He's big into like Marcus Miller. Bill Dickens is one of his big influences. He likes a lot of like funk stuff too. Brandon is big metalhead primarily, I would say. I mean, I know he's likes Dream Theater a lot. Darkest Hour is one of his favorites. Anything that's got really intense technical drumming, Brandon will kind of get into it. So
Yeah, Brandon's a really good drummer.
we're all over the place as far as influences. 'Cause, I mean, you look through the playlists on my MP3 player here, and there's Maiden, there's Dimmu, there's Def Leppard, there's Alkaline Trio, there's, I don't know, it's all over the place. I don't have any of the Jaws soundtracks on my phone right now, but I do have them.
You gotta rock the Leopard.
Exactly, I agree. I don't think they get enough
What's
credit.
sad is I don't know off the top of my head a Def Leppard song.
Sure you do. Pour Some Sugar on Me.
You're kidding me, right?
Okay, maybe that's the only one, but I don't know any other
All
Def
right.
Leppard
Well,
titles.
you guys said that you would let me pick some music.
I will let you pick whatever you wanna
I'll play
play.
a really awesome Def Leppard song.
Okay, sounds awesome.
Speaking of playing songs, should we
You want to
wanna-
play Dead Man's
should we
Wake
play
for
some
all
Dead
of us?
Man's Wake songs?
Yes,
Awesome. Well, how about you give us an introduction to what we're going to hear?
This song is one of my favorites on the album. Arguably the heaviest song on the album. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I think it is. It's called Save Me.
And what's it about?
That's really more of a Chrissy question. She's the lyricist. I just write the riffs and stuff. She's welcome to text me and tell me what Save Me is supposed to be about.
Chrissy, if you're listening, please send a
listening.
text.
What is she already about?
She already told me to stop being mean about other people on the air. So I apologize to anybody I was mean about.
Luco, can I say the same thing for you? Can I say don't be a dick?
No.
You thought so.
Well, you guys can be mean to people. I just shouldn't.
Mainly
right.
just Green Bay Packers
I should be polite and I should not say nasty things about former band members.
Well,
I agree.
all right. Well, we are going to hear some Deadmanswake, and here's their song, Save Me.
Ready, go.
1, 2, 3. Play good music. 1, 2, 3. Play. 1, 2, 3. I think you have it locked. 1, 2, 3. Play.
Oh, is it happening?
Nope.
It's not working.
What are you doing,
It's
Mo?
just, it's not happening.
Oh, she gave it the Super AIDS.
Did you
It's
get
okay.
sick?
We have a new intern.
It's all Dave's fault. Dave fucked something up.
Hi, Dave. We're listening to hear some music.
Whenever you're ready, Dave.
Dave has a horribles patch on his hoodie. I just noticed that.
Oh.
Hold on, please. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
So, what are the other two Deadmanswake songs we're gonna hear?
I want to play Far Be It For Me because that's kind of our big ballad, and it seems to be everyone's favorite. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people seem to really like that one. A lot of people get really excited when we play it live. And I think we'll probably play Back to Blood, which I guess if you had to say we have a quote-unquote single, it would be that one.
Well, hey guys, check this out. I want you guys to try to play that off the iPod again.
All right, here we go. Here
we go.
is Save Me.
All right, we are having a little bit of a technical difficulty here.
Should I go get a CD?
Oh, we're starting this over.
There you go.
What if I told you that I never had control of me? This could be my last shot at making this worth the pain. Picture perfect, shattered dreams and the headlights through the pouring rain. I don't know where to go to make. Think that it's right for me to stay. And how come each time I touch lost evidence of all of our sins. I can't get far enough away from what you are. Under my skin, deeper in than all my stars. But you wouldn't take a break, yeah, if you could. Why don't you stand there, yeah, where you stood. When I said I wanna bury the hatchet, I didn't wanna bury it in my back. So it's back to the Lord that I'm both our heads for good.
Yeah, we're good. Oh, yeah, sorry. I accidentally hit the power stick.
Cleanse me of what I've done. Protect me from what I've become. I can't get far enough away from what you've done. Words of my throat, and I choke on every single word. But you wouldn't take it back, yeah, if you could. Why don't you stand there, yeah, where you stood. When I said I wanna bury the hatchet, I didn't wanna bury it in my back. So it's back to the blood. I'm both our hands for good.
Go play the sweeper.
And we're back.
You're listening to a piece of metal on Slam Internet Radio.
What's going on? We're
What's
back with a piece of metal here, and you just heard songs from Deadmanswake. JP, what did we hear again?
First one we heard was Save Me, and then Far Be It From Me, and the last one was Back to Blood.
Awesome. And you don't know any of the backstory that Chrissy wrote for any of
Well,
those?
I don't know. I don't know necessarily Save Me. I know Far Be It From Me is kind of sort of that one last night in the relationship that should be over, but neither person is quite ready to let go yet, and they have that one last night together, and they both know that it's wrong, but they do it anyway. And then Back to Blood is actually about being bitten by and slowly turning into a zombie.
Yeah, because you and Chrissy do special effects makeup, don't you?
Sometimes you do, yeah. It's not something we've done in a while. For a little while there, we were actually teaching a special effects class at Horribles in Berwyn. But
Why aren't you guys like doing this at like Comic-Con or something?
I don't
Getting
know.
a booth or something and just going, hey, learn makeup.
Yeah, right. Mostly just because it's really, really time consuming, and the supplies are really prohibitively expensive. And it's just, we both have so many other things going on with work and with the band and stuff. I mean, the band is obviously the biggest priority. So
Right.
yeah, it's something that we like to do. But it's not something that we've really had a lot of time to explore lately. But it's a lot of fun. So if you're having a Halloween party or something, or you need some special effects makeup for any reason, let us know. We would be happy to help.
So you guys have this awesome CD. What's the name of it? Because I totally forget.
It's
right
called
now.
It Comes to This.
It Comes to This.
How do
And
the fans get that in their hands?
I bought it when I saw them
Yeah, that's the
for
best way to do it.
$10
If you come to a show.
because your artwork on it is fucking awesome.
Yep. The artwork turned out really cool.
Who did that for you?
Charles Moissant. He's a comic book artist. He did a comic book called Bane of the Werewolf that was published for a while. I believe it's out of print now, but it's a really cool book. And he's just a really cool artist. Definitely got the concept we were going for. We had to kind of... It was definitely a collaborative process. Him bringing ideas to us and sketching them out, and us saying yes to that, no to that, and went back and forth for a while. And we actually had to change it at one point. The original artwork very specifically had our former drummer in it. Like the drummer that's in the background of the CD artwork was very obviously supposed to be that guy. and he actually left the band to pursue other things before the album was completed. So we had to kind of rush, and we ended up just having Charles make it a generic skull face so that it would fit with, so that it could be anybody. And next album artwork will, I think we're going to kind of sort of pursue a similar theme, maybe sort of a continuation of the existing artwork.
Are you going back to him for it?
As far as I know, we are. Honestly, we're very early in the writing stages of the album. We got like a couple of previously written songs are going to make it onto this one, and then we're working on some new stuff now. It's definitely going to be. We're definitely writing some stuff that's a little more aggressive than the first album.
Hey-o.
And then there's also some stuff that's a little more melodic too. So we're really kind of taking the framework that we've already laid out and expanding on it. And
How long has it been since you guys released your last CD?
we released It Comes to This in March of 2010.
Okay, so it's not that long.
No, so we're getting on to about a year and a half now. And I mean, part of the reason that we're really taking our time is I know that what happens to a lot of bands is they write their first album, and they write it for the first however many years they're together before they make that album. So you get all these songs that they've had years and years to perfect and hone and get down to like these, it's a well-oiled machine, and all these songs are just these really powerful things that they've had all this time to work with. And then you get to album number 2, and you kind of rush through it, and then you end up with kind of a half-assed, And we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that the songs on this album are every bit as strong and well thought out as the ones on It Comes to This. Because, I mean, gosh, there's tunes. I mean, I told you we played our first show as Deadmanswake in 2005. I mean, there's songs on this album that were played at that show. I mean, different lyrics, and some of the formats have changed a little bit. But, a lot of the songs that we have now go back a long ways. So we're definitely going to not try to rush things. I think we're looking at, assuming that the writing process goes as smoothly as it has been so far, we're looking at getting into the studio over the winter, at least getting like the early pre-production stuff done over the winter. And
Where are you guys recording it?
that's also sort of up in the air. I know we're going to do, we actually have a cover EP that's in the works, and we're going to do some of the recording for that actually with Brandon. He has some pretty cool studio equipment.
I had
so
no idea he recorded.
yeah, he
What are you
does
covering?
a bunch of different stuff.
You're not gonna tell. Are you?
It's pretty all over the map. We're actually still, honestly, we're still finalizing the list. There's definitely going to be an Iron Maiden song on there, but we're still kicking around exactly which one. We have a couple of the songs that are going to be on there we've already played live a few times. The old 80s tune, 8675309. We kind of chunked that up, metaled it up a little bit, and that's definitely going to go on there. We're pretty excited about that. We did some fun things with that, kind of chopped it up, made it a little more percussive, a little more rhythmic, definitely heavier.
You should do
obviously.
Oingo Boingo.
Little Danny Elfman action.
I would love you guys if you did Oingo Boingo.
Can I have a sip of your water, Morgan, please? Thank you.
Having
very
problems
much.
talking because you're talking a lot there?
I am, because I don't know how to shut up.
No, keep talking. Keep talking.
Thank you.
Who's
what else
who's
do you
getting
want
a
to
hold
read?
of you right now?
Oh, everybody. I hope my phone's blowing up like crazy.
Good. Give some shout outs. Read those texts out
No,
loud.
I will not.
Are they dirty?
No. I don't get dirty
What are you
text
wearing,
messages
big
from anyone.
boy?
Are you kidding me? But yeah, the cover EP is going to be a lot of fun. Not giving away anymore though.
When is that due out?
Again, we're going to start.
And how many
We're gonna
tracks?
Again, up in the air. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be an EP. I'm thinking probably like 6 or 7 tracks, somewhere in that neighborhood. And it's just, the covers are going to be all over the map. It's going to be all kinds of stuff. It's going to be fun. People are going to like it.
Or
I hope,
else.
anyway. Yeah, exactly. Damn it, you're going to like it. You understand me?
So you guys obviously have. Okay. LOL. Please share.
I just got a wonderful text from Brandon, our drummer, and I will let
Hi,
you know.
Brandon.
Hey,
Brandon.
Yeah, this is Brandon's brilliant text to me.
Sext.
That's
Perfect.
right.
He likes you.
He does like me.
Good job, Brandon.
Actually, let a little band dirt spill here. Brandon and Josh actually have had a long-running relationship.
Aw, they like it in the butt.
They're a great couple. No, I don't know if they've gotten that far. They're a really cute couple, though.
Oh.
Josh is going to be really mad at
heard
me
it
for
live.
that. Oh,
Got another text on
I
that
did get
one.
another text. It's probably Josh telling me to die. Oh, no, it's Brandon saying, hi, Morgan.
Hey! Sorry,
You
I
could
spilled
probably-
out your secret.
You could probably text her instead of me.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? Why aren't you texting me? You still have my number.
I'm not going to read your fucking text.
Loser.
Anyways,
Yeah.
what else do you
Cool.
guys want to know about Deadmanswake?
Go, Morgan.
No, I was gonna ask
1,
because
2, 3, go.
do I gotta do it on cue?
Yes, go.
Oh my god, you suck.
Really?
Okay, I was gonna ask because you guys obviously are playing two big shows coming out with like Scale of the Summit and Brand New Sin. Who else have? Well, I saw you guys when you opened for In This Moment and
Right.
that Hell Hath No Fury tour. What other bands have you guys shared the stage with?
Well, we've actually, we've played within this moment a couple of times now. Did Brandon just text you?
Hi, Morgan. Sext. Hi, Brandon.
Yeah, we played within this moment. Obviously, Straight Line Stitch was on that bill too. That was really cool. We
It's Sister Sin. It's System Divide.
Sister Sin and System Divide, absolutely. We played a show with Love Hate Hero and Eyes Set to Kill,
I said to kill.
which was
Yeah,
it was a fun
Talk
show.
shit about this. I remember you and I had topic. No, I want you. No.
There was no shit to talk. Honestly, like it was weird because we are definitely not a screamo band. We are definitely like a metal band, and Eyes Set to Kill and Love Hate Hero are very much like
Yeah.
screamo bands. So those kids.
Mind you, it's just the guy
had-
in Eyes Set to Kill that does
no.
the screaming.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just talking like their general vibe is more like
Yeah.
emo, screamo, hardcore kind of thing. And we're definitely not that at all. So the kids at that show really didn't know what to do with us. Just this absolutely brilliant picture that our buddy Jeff took. It's right from my side of the stage, and I've got my foot all up on the light box in the front, and I'm looking all metal. And there's this girl like directly in front of me, just
On
completely
her
ignoring
phone.
me. On her phone, texting. And it was
Should have
like,
just shoved
all
that
right.
foot in her face.
Yeah, well,
Come on,
You should've
bitch. Look
spit
at
on her.
me.
And
I would
you know,
have spit on her. Hey, here,
Shit.
for your mother.
this will get your attention.
I have a question. Somebody
Okay.
just sent a question.
Oh boy.
I can't tell you who.
Yeah,
Sext.
I can imagine who
It
is,
says,
but-
ask JP how old he is.
How old am I? I am
34, right?
Morgan. I am older than you and younger than my mom. And that's as good as it's gonna get.
No, you've told me 34. You told me this. We sat down at the table and we discussed
I can
this.
neither conform nor deny.
I think my
rumors
jaw
of my
dropped
age.
going, no way.
Yeah.
You don't look 34.
Good, because I'm not. I'm not. I'm serious. I'm not 34.
Are you
I am not-
older
I am not
or
lying.
younger?
We do not have to talk about this. on
Okay,
air.
it says.
That is a.
I have your real age right
Of course you
here.
do. I know you do.
35.
47.
No, Morgan spilled the beans. I'm 35.
No, it was Brandon. Brandon spilled the beans.
Thanks, Brandon.
It's okay.
Jerk.
Should ask how old all the other members are.
No, because I'm going to be nice and not tell.
17,
ma- 'cause it-
18, 17.
14.
Because it doesn't matter how old we are.
No, it doesn't. It's how you rock.
It's right.
That's what matters.
No, man, I've had such a baby face. I get carded for movie tickets. I'm dead serious. I get carded.
You're just
for
like,
R-rated
dude, I have a
movies.
Jaws tattoo.
Like, are you serious? Like, I've been 17 for a long time, dude. No, it's cool though. I'd say it's one of my friends calls me Benjamin Button because you look at old pictures of me and I look way older than I do now. And I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
What did he say this
JP
time?
was in high school when I was born.
Is that what Brandon?
That's what Brandon
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
Oh well, no, yeah, I guess so.
what?
Well, because Brandon's a baby. Brandon's 4. I don't know how old Brandon is.
I'm
20.
gonna
Brandon
ask
just
him.
turned 21.
What? Mm-hmm. Brandon,
Rape.
what's going on? I thought he was like 25.
Brandon likes to point out that he is closer to Chrissy's nephew's age than he is to my age. He thinks that's
Man,
really
he's
funny.
like blowing up my phone. He's like, true story.
Yeah.
True story. That's funny. How did you guys all end up, because like I know you guys found Chrissy, but how did you find the other people for the current lineup?
Well, let's see. That's got to go back a while. Because
You probably stalked Brandon at high school and just went, hey, that guy looks metal. Let's grab him.
I pulled up in my van and told him I had candy and a bike and,
Come on, let's play.
hey, kid, you want a bike? No. Gosh, this has got to go back a long ways. Back, I mean, okay, if we'll go back to, we'll just start from the lineup from where Chrissy joined the band. At that point, it was, it was me and her, and then we had the drummer, Joe Dickey, who actually recorded all the drums on the album. And then a different bassist and a different other guitarist. Bassist left, again, I told you already, for family reasons. Guitarist left for creative and personality differences. There was a band, awesome thrash band called Desolate Sky that we were friends with, played a bunch of shows with them. Their drummer suggested that we talk to Josh because he knew him. They both taught guitar at a store, at a music store out in Naperville, and he said, hey, this kid's really good. You should try him out. And Josh showed up and won me over right away because he played a bunch of Metallica and Iron Maiden riffs, and I was like, sold. And plus, he can solo really well, so. Yeah, we brought him in that way. And then Troll, I actually don't remember how Troll heard about us. It's just kind of mutual friends, friends of the band.
He heard people talking while he was sleeping under a bridge.
That's what it was, yeah. He overheard some people on the bridge, and he showed up at one of our shows. I believe it was actually Perry's last show with us. He showed up and dug what he heard enough to wanna come on board. Actually, Troll was actually before Josh, so I should flip that around. We got Troll before Josh. And then Brandon actually answered an online ad.
He said bandmix.com.
Bandmix, there you go.
What the hell is Bandmix?
Bandmix is just a big online thing where musicians, basically like a musicians only classified ads kind of thing.
I think we need to go into this.
He likes to tell the story that he had his Bandmix profile for exactly 2 hours before Chrissy emailed him and said, hey, you should come try out for our band. And he came and tried out for our band, and we haven't fired him yet, so I guess it's working out okay.
Yeah. Good job. Good job. Luca likes to point out that he just wrote bandmix.com on my paper. Good job. Awesome.
Yeah, so that was how, and that's how Brandon came along, and then I've been in this band since the beginning of time. I actually used to we used to play shows with the Beatles back in Germany. That's how old I actually am. Really, really well preserved.
I guess so.
I'm actually 73.
Perfect.
Yeah, diet and exercise, man. That's all it takes.
I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, you got to eat your fiber. It's important.
Bowel movement.
See, you know what it is too. You know what's funny is I posted a status from the band Facebook today about how I was going to come on this radio show and tell stories and tell jokes that nobody would think was funny or interesting but me, and it is absolutely coming true.
I still wish that you would have closed shifts at Hot Topic with me. I would have just loved to hear your random stories.
If they had allowed me to, I would have.
I know, it would
Key
have been
holders
so
are not
fun.
allowed to do that.
I don't understand that one.
I don't get it either. Well, I mean, because they'll let me open and they'll let me handle the money from the safe and stuff.
But they wouldn't let you close.
No,
let me
it
close
was
the store.
ridiculous. I'd be like, "Hey,
I
JP,
don't
closing."
know.
He could open, but he couldn't close the fucking
The
store.
only way I could be present for a closing shift is if I was working as a sales associate,
It was really
which
stupid.
sucked because it was like I'd worked there for 3.5 years and then I'd be stuck sweeping floors and taking out the garbage and shit.
That does
It's just
suck.
lame,
Yeah,
but whatever.
I had
Was what it was.
had a question and I don't remember it right now. Hey, Luca, why don't you say something?
Hi, guys. Well,
Such a re-
see you later.
I have an idea. Let's play some music.
Awesome. What do you have in mind? Because he's
Well-
playing via his phone.
Yeah, this is gonna be through my phone here, and I will try not to make it super loud. Okay.
It's okay. We
Very
can be
cool.
loud. We're metal.
Well, no, I'm not worried about that. I just don't want to like make it all
Blow
noisy
everyone's face
and
off.
overdriven. We'll do it that way. Okay. I am going to play, since we were talking about how cool Def Leppard is, and Morgan doesn't know any Def Leppard songs.
I don't know.
I'm going to play kind of this was a
Sorry.
single for them. No, it's okay. This is a single for them, but it's still kind of a deep cut because it's a later single. It's not like from Hysteria, which was their big album in the 80s. This is from 1999. And it's probably like in my top 3 favorite Def Leppard songs. It is a song called Promises.
All right, you heard it here. Here's Promises by Def Leppard. JP's pick.
If it will work, it's not doing
Oh,
anything.
it just worked. Play it
Did
again.
it? Okay, here we go. Promises, Def Leppard.
You're listening to a piece of metal on Slam Internet Radio.
What's going on? We're back with a piece of metal, and we are with JP from Deadmanswake, who just played some awesome selections off his phone for us. What did we hear?
We heard Promises, but this is just to show you how all over the place my musical taste is. We've heard Promises from Def Leppard, Awake by Mutiny Within, which was for Chrissy. She's a big Mutiny Within fan, big fan of their vocalist. So that was my shout out to her. We did These Colors Don't Run by Iron Maiden, my personal favorite band. That was from their 2006 album, A Matter of Life and Death. And then the last one we heard was Immortal doing All Shall Fall, because Immortal is the best black metal band in history, and I will fight you if you don't agree with me.
Luca was going to say something. He's like, shit, I don't want to fight him.
No, I was gonna agree with him,
There you go.
and then I didn't have to because
Exactly.
he said it all.
They rule.
So our new intern Dave has some questions he wants to ask you.
Cool. What's up, man?
Well, first I was going to say that I don't know about Immortal being the best black metal.
All right, Dave.
band.
You're fired.
They're my favorite, and I think they're near the top of the list.
I was going to say Venom is at the top of my list, but that's just me.
Okay. I can see that.
Okay.
If you call them black metal.
Yeah, they're really
I call them more like thrash.
thrash.
But I can see how, I mean, they had the song called Black Metal, and a lot of people credit them for being the first black metal band.
Even though technically they weren't.
A lot of people
Because
say
black
Merciful
metal's
Fate was a
not
black metal
really
band, which I
metal.
don't get that at all.
So anyway, Dave,
But anyway,
your question.
I'm with you.
All right, so what's your favorite venue to play in Chicago?
I could
Or in
prob-
general, I mean, if it's not.
Or,
in
yeah,
Ever.
I could
whatever.
probably narrow it down to like 2 or 3. Reggie's is awesome. I love Reggie's.
I want to play Reggie's.
The double door is a blast. The double door is cool because you get like a lot of time you get like your own dressing room, and
What?
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I want
And
a
you get-
dressing room.
And if you go down, it's cool because if you go down the hallway where all the dressing rooms are, all like everybody who's ever played there has signed the wall.
Same with the.
somewhere.
Have you been in the basement of Reggie's?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like that.
the same thing happened.
Yeah.
There's like stickers all over the fucking walls, and
It's like that. We
love it.
We tracked down Morgan. You would
Fucking walls.
have loved it. That we found the Alkaline Trio
down
there. It was pretty cool.
Shut up.
But yeah, that was nice. And they're really really cool about getting you like a good sound check and everything. And the sound there is always really nice. See, the Abbey is a really cool joint to play. As far as Chicago venues. Who else? I don't know. A lot of great places. Oh, Chrissy wants me to tell you the story. The first time we played the Double Door, we were all. I mean, everybody in the band was sicker than death. Like I had was swallowing razor blades, fucking sore throat. Chrissy was all in terrible shape.
Chrissy,
And, our first.
You gotta stop getting sick.
her
Every story I'm hearing, you have strep, you have the flu, you're sweating buckets. Like
her experience of the double door dressing room was sitting in there with our former drummer Joe, sharing a giant bag of oyster crackers and dry heaving into the wastebasket.
that's gross.
Dude, it was we have a DVD of that show, and
Ew.
it's such a fucking mess because we're all just in sorry shape, and it was terrible. I think I missed like 2 days of work.
Brandon
after
said
that show.
best show ever. Roof of a concession stand at a drive-in movie theater in Indiana.
Yeah, well, that was
Different band,
That was with.
but-
Should we say what band it was with?
Say what band it's with.
That was with First Jason.
First
Anybody know who
Jason?
First Jason is? Dave, I bet you know who First Jason is. You know who Ari Lehman is?
No.
Ari Lehman was the kid who played Jason in the very first Friday the 13th when Jason jumps out of the water and grabs Adrian King. So he's
Brandon says no.
he's
Nope,
He's
wrong
made-
story. Wrong
he's-
story.
There's
he's
an
made a
exclamation
career.
point
Yeah.
at the end.
He's made. It's too late now. The cat's out of the bag. He's made a career out of telling everyone that he was the first Jason. He was the first guy ever to play Jason on screen for all of like 3 seconds. But that's what he does, and he does his
And
band.
he's in
First
a band?
Jason. Yeah, he has a band called First Jason.
And how is it?
He played metal
He did
metal
play
merchants this year. Yeah.
And Brandon was his drummer for a while.
Brandon was his drummer.
Brandon was.
Oh
was his
my
drummer for a
God,
while.
Brandon!
What does this guy do in the band?
He's the drummer.
He-
first Jason.
Ari,
Jason guy.
Ari does vocals and he writes everything, and he does he actually does most, if not all, of the instrumentation on a guitar,
Ooh.
which is kind of intense.
How is the music? I actually really want to hear this band now.
I look it up. You should be able to find it. You should be able
First
to find
Jason?
him on YouTube and stuff. I mean, it's literally just First Jason is just what it's called. No,
Fucking funny.
See, I thought when I read First Jason that it was just this guy going by First Jason.
no.
I thought it was just a single guy that was going to introduce all the groups. He was First Jason. He was signing autographs. I didn't realize it was a band, and now I feel like a retard because they were just like, "Oh, he was the guy from Friday the 13th or whatever." I was like, "Oh, so it's a single guy signing
Interestingly,
autographs."
Brandon actually played drums for him at Metal Merchants when he played there. Brandon was his drummer.
Brandon!
That night.
Oh my God, that's so. Wait.
pretty wild.
On cue, here it goes.
He would expect.
It went to a commercial. I'm missing the story.
Went to commercial. What are you doing over there, Dave?
He's not in charge of what happens online.
Oh, Dave.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, sometimes I remember listening back in the heyday when you listen. Sometimes just automatically after.
And we're not in
listening for,
charge
like,
of that.
20
I'm
minutes, It
sorry.
just automatically goes to a
Yeah,
commercial.
there's like commercials online that we can't prevent
Lame.
Yeah.
because
that's
of
gay
Ustream.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's gay stuff.
That is lame sauce.
So where can people find Deadmanswake
Well,
stuff, merch?
Brandon, you're never gonna hear that story. Sorry, guy.
Okay.
It gets archived, Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Listen
Well,
then.
Can
Listen
we?
to
I
that
mean,
guy.
are we back from commercial, or are people just listening to?
No.
It just randomly.
it all gets
depends
archived.
on how
People
long
can
you
listen
listen
to
to
it
it.
again.
It randomly will go like after you listen to it for like a half an hour, randomly
Yeah.
automatically play a commercial.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Yeah.
I don't know how it's set up. It's kind of a pain in the dick hole. But
Gotcha.
you can archive. You can listen to the archives, bitches and hoes.
He said it's all good. Just
Oh,
keep
okay, cool.
talking.
You can. I mean, obviously, our favorite way to sell you merch and CDs and stuff is for you to come to see us play. Because honestly, we're a live band. I mean, I love our. I mean, our album's cool. Love it. You know, we put a lot of time, a lot of work into it.
cool and stuff.
But we are definitely a band that you want to see live to really get the
Agree,
experience. To
agree.
really kind of as corny as this is probably going to sound, to really get like the impact of the songs. I don't know. There's just it's a very, very different energy when we're playing live, and especially because the album was such a hodgepodge of different recording sessions and different members. I mean, at one point, solidly half of the guitar parts were scrapped and re-recorded because the one guitarist left and Josh came in, and we wanted to give him the chance to really put his fingerprint on the album, so we let him re-record a lot of those parts. So the album is It's definitely like it represents us well as a band because it's like these are these songs, this is the permanent record of these songs, but the energy is so much different and so much more intense when we're playing live. I sound like such a tool saying all this shit about my own band, but like
We're
seriously,
so good.
I just have. I mean,
You'll
I don't-
love us.
Well, yeah, damn right, I agree. I feel much better about this song. I mean, there's times when we're playing and like I actually like physically get emotional certain songs. And I'm just like, God, it's like so much of my life and so much hard work has gone into this band. Not just from me, obviously, but from everybody who's in the band. There's our fucking blood, sweat, and tears is in this band. And when we get out on stage, it's like, that's where we really shine. And
Well, enough that in this moment wants to play shows with you every
Right.
time they come in that they talk to you about
well,
it.
and I mean, and every time, anytime we go to see them play, even, I mean, hell, we drove down to friggin' St. Louis to see them one time, and Travis, their bass player, came up and was like, "Hey guys, why aren't you on this bill?" And it's like, well, because it's 5 hours
They
away
have
from
your
home.
shirts too, don't
They
they?
do. Blake actually Blake from In This Moment wore one of our shirts on stage at that Penny Road show.
Then somebody
pretty
from
awesome.
Bullet for My Valentine.
I don't know. That'd be pretty cool, though.
I don't know. Maybe it's.
I think they
different
should
band.
be wearing our
I don't know.
shirts.
I don't know, but
RJ Hale from Hailstorm. We have pictures of him wearing one of our shirts.
oh, maybe that's what it
pretty
was.
That's
The
probably what you're thinking of.
what do you call it? In this moment, you've told me something about touring Europe. You were talking about that once for a week.
Not with
For that-
Not with them.
But to set up to do
We
it
were
all.
we were trying to do something like that. There was talk about that for a little while. There is actually there's a guy over in Europe. I want to say he's in Germany, who's a big music fan, and he's a fan of us. Apparently, he has money to burn, and there was talk for a little while of him bringing us over there. But I don't. That's
Was it for an all-female fronted festival, or was it just?
Yeah, it was something. There was a guy who was going to do a damnation in Europe, or not like an actual damnation, not like this one, not like the one that was both at the Portage Theater and at Reggie's, but something very similar to that. And that's but that was that I don't know if that ever got past the talking stages or not. That wasn't cast in stone or anything. That was just a discussion.
Because I was like, I'd sell your merch in Europe for a week.
Right? Yeah, no doubt.
I was like,
Yeah.
get me out of here.
It was gonna, that was not something that ever got past being talked about, but it would have been cool. And I mean, we'll get there eventually. One of these days.
We'll get to Europe eventually.
Exactly. Well, we will. I mean, we've gotten a lot of love from Europe. We've sold a lot of CDs to folks in the UK.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Russia, we've sold some CDs. We sold, like Bulgaria.
How do you
some
think these
in
people have found
Australia.
your music?
I actually have to give Chrissy most of the credit for that, because she is she's like the Facebook ninja.
I'm
And-
the Facebook ninja.
Well, you
for
might be.
our show.
There you go. Yeah, I saw that. You tagged us in
I-
like 30-some posts today. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
I get them every Tuesday. It's like you've been tagged in 807 posts.
But,
What the fuck?
I'm spreading the word.
we
Like an
and then-
STD.
And then two
She
people
really-
listen.
yeah, exactly.
Thanks, you two fans.
She,
You're the best.
when it started, actually back when we were going to play with I Set to Kill, she said that she decided that it would be a really good way to kind of get the word out if she just went through all of their fans and
and
found
she
people.
Individually just picked people. Chrissy,
No.
you're a genius.
Exactly.
This is what I need to do. Brilliant.
Yeah, and she really, she busted her ass and really got her name out there to a lot of people, and I think that's how it happened. She would look up people who are fans of I Set to Kill, or in some or Hailstorm, or In This Moment, or whatever, and she would just she'd send everybody a personal message and be like, hey, we're this is what we do, and this is our sound, and we'd love it if you'd check us out. If not, no hard feelings. And a lot of people went
Responded
for
to
it.
that?
Yeah, and we
awesome.
I need to send personal messages to people and go, hey, this is our radio show.
Exactly.
You need to listen.
Or-
If not, fuck you.
Dirty, dirty
I'm
things.
kidding. I'll be nice about it.
Sent with a picture of me
Yeah.
doing something.
Oh no!
sweet.
Apparently, I'll give a shout out to it. Chris from Strongman. I posted something. I was just like, hey, that whole like share thing on Facebook up on the page. It's like, hey, support us at our page, blah blah blah. And he goes, promoting the shit out of this because Morgan is hot and metal is good. And I'm like, oh my god. And he's like, it's all fact except for the fact that metal is good. I'm like, thanks for the weird shout out.
Is he not a metal fan?
No, they are.
Oh, okay.
They're a band that came on here, and I was like,
Oh,
okay, awesome. But where can people find you?
Yeah,
you have the
again.
Facebook.
Coming to shows
page.
is the best way to do it, and it's our favorite. But yeah, we have the Facebook. We're still on MySpace if anybody uses that anymore.
Is that gay?
Space.
Twitter?
We have a Twitter, absolutely. And then we have our own. We have a .com, just deadmanswake.com.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah?
Actually. You can find us. There's some. It's all live stuff at this point, and there's a couple of interviews. And there's some fan made stuff on there that was kind of cool. But we have the deadmanswake.com, which you can order CDs through that. You can order any merch we have. We have T-shirts.
How many different
tank
shirts
tops.
do you have? I know the one that I want.
Just two
is the
right
one with
now.
the hatchet in the
Yeah,
back.
we have 2 right now.
Maybe for Christmas, my parents will get me that shirt.
We have
Santa will bring it.
we have that
Give it to
one,
me.
and there's an older one that we still have a couple left. It's just a really basic logo. It has our logo and it has a toe tag hanging off of it. It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
And then we have like knit caps with and the embroidered logo. We have patches. We have keychains.
See, I need
You
this
went
stuff.
all out.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff.
You have stickers?
We do have
I want a
stickers.
sticker.
We have piles,
wants
and
one
piles
sticker.
of stickers. Awesome stickers, courtesy of horrormerch.com. Christoph Bates guy makes a lot of really, really cool horror T-shirts and horror-related items. He did some awesome stickers for us. And he's actually the guy who printed up our T-shirts as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And one more time, those shows that you guys are playing with that are going to be fucking awesome.
Yes. Well, the two that are confirmed are, again, this Thursday at Underground Lounge. We're playing direct support for Brand New Sin.
Thursday as in 2 days from now?
Yes,
Thursdays
2
and 2
days
days
from
from
now.
now.
How much are you selling tickets for that show? Do you know?
There's no tickets. I think that's just an at the door thing. And you would probably be best served to check with Underground Lounge as far as what the what the cover charge for that is going to be.
That's in Chicago?
That's in Chicago. Yep, that's up by it's not real close to Wrigley Field. It's like within view of Wrigley.
Oh, okay.
And then this Saturday we have the show with Cynic and Scale the Summit and 3 at Mojo's in Joliet, and tickets for that are $15.
Nice.
And you said you'd personally drive them?
I
to
will
people's houses?
within reason. If somebody in like Missouri says they
Or
want tickets,
Indiana.
they're gonna have to meet me somewhere.
halfway
I'll meet you
But-
halfway.
But yeah, but
at
we'll
the border.
Yep. You can hit us up. You can hit any of us on our. You can just go to the band Facebook. You want to search Deadmanswake, all one word, all caps. And that's if you're on MySpace or Facebook or YouTube, any of those. Just all one word, all caps.
Nice. Well, we're talking about shows, and you know what that means. It's time for Local Roundup!
Oh, no.
Time for the local roundup.
Nice! Do you like that sweeper? It's badass. Okay, anyway, I don't know how we got metal and western mixed, but I like it. Alright, so Wednesday, November 9th at Mojo's, 6:30 p.m., all ages show, and if you want tics...
That's tomorrow, isn't it?
And apparently, I interrupt this message to say Brandon says party at my house in Joliet after the show at Mojo's. I don't think you want strange people at your house, Brandon.
Yes,
But
you do.
He does.
okay, so anyway, November 9th, which is tomorrow, at Mojo's, Obscura is playing with I'm so bad at this. Abysmal. There we go. Abysmal Dawn,
Dawn.
Last Chance to Reason, and locals Impale and Remora and Chimarine. I don't know. I'm sorry if I butchered that. And Brandon says he does want strange people at his house.
Told ya.
Thursday, November 10th at Penny Road Pub, 6 p.m. White Couch production show and the Jaeger stage, all ages until 10:45 p.m. That's a weird fucking curfew. But anyway, between Myth and Legend with We the Surreal, Impulses, in other words, and My Ticket Home. Friday, November 11th at JD Muggs, 9 p.m. is Skull King playing for the Traffic Jam campaign, which is a campaign for children who are being trafficked. That's not even a word, is it?
No.
Okay, that are
You're
sold
fired.
into sex slavery and child militias by funding trafficking prevention, rescue, and aftercare programs around the world. This is a worldwide event, but yeah, that's the Traffic Jam campaign that Skull King is playing at JD Muggs. Also on that day is at Penny Road Pub at 6 p.m. $12 before the show, $15 day of. Edema is playing with Persistence of Memory, Shallow Slide, Save Yourself, and Paragon. Saturday, November 12th at 6:30 at Club 38. Vision Entertainment presents the first annual Bands of Aurora. Tickets are on sale at Kiss the Sky in Geneva. And Blackfinger, Spiderbone, Cause and Effect, Fear to Faith, Shadow's Edge, Bury Your Demons, and Lasting Vengeance is going to be playing. At Bottom Lounge on Saturday, all ages show 6 p.m. V for Villains with Hail the Horizon. And Lords and Ladies of Steampunk Chicago are going to be there with the official pinup calendar release for the Death Maidens models.
Ooh.
Yeah, it sounds sexy.
Nice.
Tickets are $10. Also on Saturday at Temptations, 7:30, $7 at the door. Beneath the Stairs with Common Swagger and Mind Shatter. And then another show at Penny Road Pub on Saturday, 6 p.m., $10. It's the Decal Productions show with Another Hero Dies as King, Oath to Order, Reach for the Sky, and Unwritten Truth. And congratulations to local medal winners, Elysian Fields. They were the Illinois medal winner to represent Illinois and Metal Locals Battle of the Bands. Remora came in second.
I
And
saw them live.
yeah, Remora. Woo! And I saw Elysian Fields open for fucking August
Eli,
Burns Red.
way back when.
That's awesome. Good job, Luco. Congratulations to Phil Bunton, who has retired from the Chicago scene. He has put his horns down from Metal Fury and is going to just enjoy a quiet life now of listening to metal in his house. November 11th and 18th, bands are needed to play Mike's Love and Music in Summit. Contact them if you are interested. Impale is looking for a drummer. Fucking awesome band. They've got a lot of shows coming up, and they're playing with Obscura on
Wait,
Thursday. So
how
you
do
might
they have-
want to be a
How do
part
they
of
have
this.
shows coming up if they don't have a drummer?
They have a fill-in.
Oh.
But they are awesome. So if you want to be an Impale, contact them. After the Spire is looking for film people to help assist in shooting a music video for them. If you're interested, hit them up for details. If you're
Nice.
able, if you're good with a camera, and
Or
that does
good
not
with your
mean
dick.
porn. But After the Spire is going to be on the show next week. So tune in for that. And last but not least, I Have Anubis is still looking for a vocalist. Contact them via Facebook if you are interested in trying out for their position. Woo! That's a lot.
And if you don't know, Obscura is fucking awesome.
I've heard.
They are really, really good. You should definitely check them out. If you like crazy, intense, technical death metal with amazing fretless bass,
Yes, please.
yeah, you definitely need to check them out.
If I had money, I would be going.
Abysmal Dawn's pretty good too.
Yeah, I've got them on my iPod right now. Proud
You're
to
so
say.
cool.
I am cool. Thanks for
I
noticing.
think I have Obscura on my phone.
Well, this has been
Love them.
it's been another awesome show of A Piece of Metal. Thank you, JP.
No problem.
I want to know.
I'm sorry.
I have to ask.
I'm sorry for being an idiot.
I don't think I've ever asked.
Okay.
JP, what's your real name?
Oh, jeez.
What does JP stand for?
It is. I'll give you the really short version. My full name is Joseph Paul, and the reason I shortened it to JP for band purposes anyway was because we had a Joe in the band, and I figured I'd go by JP just to keep it easier. And
Gotcha.
It stuck, mostly because I kept insisting that people call me that. But
I don't know. I'm just asking because I there's this guy in this band of Viscritor when he came over to my house for dinner. His name's Smetty, and we all know him
Okay.
by Smetty. Do you know him? He's a drummer for
I don't know him. I
he's
know
a drummer
I know
for
Justin.
Viscritorium.
I know
He's the
Justin
front guy
and-
for yeah.
I know
Okay,
Justin and
so
I can't remember his girlfriend's name.
yeah,
But
so he came
they're both
over and he
close.
introduced himself to my parents as Mark, and I was like, I know you was Smetty.
Who the hell's Mark?
Yeah, right. So shout out to Justin and Emma. Thanks
Hell
for
yeah.
all that, and Viscritorium and whoever else is listening to Deadmanswake.
Absolutely.
Thank you, JP.
I want to just really,
Thanks
really.
for coming out tonight,
No
man.
problem, man. It was a lot of fun. Just want to say hey to the rest, to the band. Make sure everybody knows who's who. Kirsty Rudolph, lead vocals. Josh Barker, lead and rhythm guitar. Troll, bass. Brandon Chabelle, drums, and cowbell. Eventually, we'll get him on there one of these days. And then I'm JP Soul, and I play rhythm and lead guitar, and I sing backup vocals.
Nice. Well, this is another piece of metal from 4055 North Milwaukee Avenue, and this has been JP on with us from Deadmanswake. Tune in next week, same time, same place, with Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze. Woo woo!